All right, so we're here with Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons, and good to see you. I'm glad that you're healthy and happy, and what a crazy ass year this has been.
Good to see you as well. And yes, this has been just wild for everybody for a million different reasons. So it's good to be alive, good to be healthy, and good to be here.
So you think back, because we're coming up on like the 10-year anniversary of Night Visions. I mean, that's coming up, what, like a year? And what a crazy ride it's been for the band, and it's not over.
Yeah, it's been really crazy. And this is the longest time we took away, which we were going to do this either way. And COVID just happened to be at the same time. So we've been off for 3 years working on this record, and also just kind of refining ourselves, Yeah.
And you have two new songs that are out, of course, "Follow You" and "Cutthroat." And I know that you worked with Rick Rubin on some of the tracks that'll be on this new album. Now that must have been kind of like walking into a room with that guy who's worked with, for people that don't know, he's worked with just everyone, like Chili Peppers, Jay-Z, Johnny Cash, U2, just this huge list of things he's been involved with. Were you intimidated at all?
I was excited. I was excited to get in with him and have someone who could kind of bring a different perspective to the table, and challenge the band. When I met with him, the first time I met with him was just over Zoom to discuss whether or not, it made sense for us to work together. And he had me send some songs, and I sent him like almost 100 of these demos that I'd worked on, not expecting him to listen to all of them. And he listened to everyone and responded in depth about each one. And he was very honest, and he was very on point as well. I felt like everything he said, I was like, I could see a lot of merit in everything, a lot of wisdom, which obviously, he's been around forever and done a million great things, like you said. But when we actually got into the studio and we quarantined together as a band with Rick for a month at his studio, Shangri-La in Utah, in Malibu. It's on the mind. It was a really incredible experience. It was very, very. It made sense why Rick is high regarded as he is, because he just is fantastic. Really, really incredible.
What, did he kind of like push you into different musical directions and get you to try some things you maybe hadn't thought of?
Yeah, so not only did he produce a bunch of the songs on the record, but he also executive produced the record. So he oversaw every single thing, up to the mixes, up to the masters, everything, and from the ground up. So he really, the main things that I could give you without, us just dive into this for hours, because there's hours of this conversation that I could tell you about what it's like to work with Rick Rubin and what that did to Imagine Dragons. But that will, the fans are going to see that when they listen to it. I will tell you, it's quite a different record for us. We definitely go places that are very different for us, but it's also my favorite record we've done. And Rick would just be brutally honest. If he did not like something, you knew it. It wasn't just, it's not the kind of person who goes quiet or ever gives you any BS, anything. It's, I don't like that. These are the reasons I don't like it. Always with grace. It was never malicious, but that's what we wanted. And when he liked something, you knew he liked it. And that made for a fun back and forth. You're not always going to see eye to eye with people, but I think Rick was the closest I've ever seen eye to eye as far as just a producer goes. And we became really great friends in the process, and we still talk every day. He's a fantastic human being. He's a very wise soul, and I have a lot of love for him. Yeah.
Any word on when the album comes out? I mean, we're hearing this year, but
yeah, I can tell you. If I told you the date, my band would kill me. But I can tell you that it's soon. The record is being finalized right now. It's being mixed. The record is complete, and so it'll be out quite soon. Of course, within the year, but sooner than that. So, yeah.
And I know you guys, you've toured and been just everywhere, and that must be, exhausting. But I bet you're kind of looking forward to getting back out on the road as soon as it's safe to do so.
If you had asked me that even like 6 months ago, my honest answer would be no. I was not ready. A decade of touring, one of the reasons we took the break is I got to a point where I can't remember even where we were playing a festival, and I was about to walk on stage, and it was over 100,000 people. And I felt completely numb. And I felt like, not even dread, just numbness, you know? And then I was like, man, this is everybody in the world. Like I, as a child, dreamt of this moment and worked towards it my whole life. It was everything that I could hope for to be on that stage. And yet it got to a place where I was dealing with a lot of depression too. So it was just like a lot of things coming together and going through a separation with my wife. And there was a lot going on, but I realized, you know what, this isn't fair to our fans, not fair to anybody, even myself. Like I need a break. I need to take some real time away to reevaluate and find who Dan Reynolds is. I really only know who I was on a stage level at that point. I had completely lost sense of self. So that's why I took some years off. And now I'm very excited to get back on a stage. I'm very excited to see fans, to sing with them, to sing these songs, to sing this record. It's a really personal record to me. So yeah, I'm excited to go out there.
The video for Follow You is just hilarious. And it looked like you guys had some fun putting that together.
Oh man, it was one of my favorite. In fact, I will say it was my favorite music video to shoot. It just was fun. You know, we're just in a different place in our lives now, where you find joy. You know, as you get older, you kind of look at things with a different perspective. You take things a little less serious. You see things for kind of what they are, and there's a beauty in that. And all I care for in my life at this point is just honesty and human relationships, and having a good time along the way, and art, creating very honest art. And that music video was just so much fun. I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's one of the only shows that I watch. I don't really watch a lot of TV, and I love Always Sunny, and so working with them was a dream.
I know you got to run here in a second, but Dave Grohl has that series where he gets musicians and their moms, and you're a guest on that. Now, did you already shoot that episode?
Yeah, we shot the whole thing, and it's our episode is the season premiere. It's the first episode of the season, and you'll see it here really soon. It's called Cradle to the Stage, I believe, and it was fantastic. Dave is a awesome human being, as the whole world already knows. But it was really cool to dive into the relationship with my mom, relationship with his mom, and talk about kind of how that led me to where I am as far as music, as far as a human being. You know, our moms are. My mom is a superhero. She's a real life superhero. So yeah.
Moms are the best. I mean, they put up with a lot, whether you're on stage or whether you're just a regular guy. So that'll be a fun thing to see. Love Loud Festival. I mean, obviously the whole world's been on pause. Where do we see that going?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because I've been meaning to address this. We absolutely are still full on. We have meetings all the time, and we just can't do it yet because of health codes. But Love Loud is and will continue on. Like I said, when we did the documentary, I think it ended with saying it will continue on until it's no longer necessary. And I can tell you it's still very necessary.
Absolutely it is, yeah.
A lot of kids that need that message and that need that safe place and that place to be celebrated. And Love Loud is one of my favorite things that I've ever been a part of. The team that does it is the best. And so, yeah, we will be back very soon. We'll have announcements soon, but it just needs to be a healthy, it needs to be a safe environment. And we're just not quite there yet. As you're seeing festivals still being canceled, Yeah,
it'll be, I think a lot of the big stuff's maybe still about a year away. So, but everyone stay healthy and get vaccinated and we can get back to concerts. Dan, lovely to chat with you. We can't wait to hear the new stuff, the rest of the new album, and just happy to see that you're happy and healthy and everyone around you is. And that's really what matters. This year has taught us a few lessons.
Always a pleasure. Appreciate it, Todd. Thanks for all the support throughout all the years, man. Really means a lot.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Take care.